Now, the latest from the trial of a Joplin murder suspect. Plus,
as we enter flu season, vaccines for influenza as well as COVID-19 will be widely available. I'm Bronte Sorotsky with when experts say is the best time to get each shot.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
the trial for a Joplin man accused of killing a woman and shooting his estranged wife enters its third day. This is KOAM News at 6. The third day of the trial was focused on Stephen Thomason's physical well-being at the time he allegedly murdered Carissa Gerard and critically injured his estranged wife, Christina Thomason. The defense argues that Thomason was unable to lift his arm very high due to a severe rotator cuff injury. A social worker also took the stand to testify about the Thomasons' relationship with each other and their child. You can read more about that and other updates on this story on our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Chris Warner joins us now with the first look at the weather.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful look at that weather because it has been absolutely gorgeous since that cold front moved through a couple of days ago and brought temperatures down and brought clear skies. Skywatch Storm Tracker showing us nothing really in our area that we need to worry about. In fact, we zoom all the way out, you can see where the cold front eventually took stuff on off to the east. We're not having to deal with any of that here. Tonight, though, it's going to cool off. Pretty chilly like. Before we get to that, 62 at 8, 56 by 10, 53 by midnight. Temperatures drop off nice and evenly before we do get into those mid to upper 40s for lows. So fall is definitely here, but it's not going to last that long, unfortunately. I'm going to tell you when temperatures are expected to change here in just a few minutes.
See you then. Last year, flu season was almost non-existent, but now health experts say the flu has already arrived in the area. KOAM's Bronte Sorotsky spoke with local health experts on how four-staters can protect themselves from both COVID-19 and the flu and when to get each vaccine.
As the season changes from summer to fall, we are also about to enter another season, flu season. Last year, flu season was almost non-existent.
Last year's flu season was very, very mild. We had very limited cases, and a lot of that was due to the restrictions that were in place last year to protect people from COVID. No social gatherings, social distancing, masking.
But health experts expect things to look different this year.
But we do really expect a higher number of cases of influenza this year because there are less restrictions.
Which is why these experts say now is the best time to get a flu shot.
I would recommend getting a flu shot by November 1st. Most people try to get it in October. But since that season runs till April 1st, the flu shot will protect you through that time frame. So 1st of October, mid-October is usually the best time to get the flu shot.
For anyone who hasn't gotten their COVID-19 vaccine and also wants to get their flu shot, you can get both at the same time.
There is no time period between the vaccinations that is being recommended. If we administer COVID vaccine and influenza vaccine together, we will be doing in different arms unless there's a medical reason to prevent that.
For hospitals, more flu hospitalizations could mean trouble, which is why wearing masks and practicing social distancing is still recommended. In Joplin and Neosho, Bronte Sorotsky, KOAM News.
Ascension Via Christi in Pittsburgh has already treated some of the area's first influenza patients. Pitt State is holding weekly open interviews to fill jobs. PSU is collaborating with Southeast Kansas Works for the interviews. Kansas Works helps applicants navigate the process, complete a resume, and answer questions about open jobs. Some of the available positions at Pitt State include teaching, customer service, and custodial services.
24 openings, and that's kind of been our number recently through the summer. And we just continue to hire. So we wanted to continue to give that opportunity for the community to come talk to us about our openings.
The university currently has 24 open positions. Anyone interested in an interview for one of those positions can visit Southeast Kansas Works in Pittsburgh from 11 a.m. to noon every Wednesday. The city of Sarcoxy announced today via a Facebook post that it's shutting down public comments on all of its Facebook pages. The mayor, Don Triplett, said he was making the announcement on behalf of the Board of Aldermen that approved the decision at its September 7th meeting. In the post, Mayor Triplett said the decision was made due to social media trolls who, quote, spew hate, attack our citizens, or vilify the city most of us are proud to call our hometown. In today's KOAM News Now Insta Poll, we want to know, how do you think local government should handle hateful public comments on their social media? Should they allow any comment, block some comments, or block all comments? You can participate in the poll at koamnewsnow.com/vote or through the KOAM News Now mobile app. Results are updated live, and we're going to check in on the results a little bit later in this newscast. Still ahead, students around the country and here in the 4 states gather around the flagpole for a moment of prayer and fellowship. And a man in a bear suit is making a trek across the country that's landed him in the 4 states. We'll tell you why he's walking. High school students around the country gather for fellowship and prayer at See You at the Poll events. This video is from this morning in Riverton, Kansas. See You at the Poll is a global event that gives students a chance to pray over their schools.
I'm out here because FCA said that we were doing See You at the Poll, and I love supporting my community and doing what God has called us to do.
It's huge for us. Leadership is a big thing that we push here at Riverton High School, and this is just another piece of that.
See You at the Poll began in 1990. A man is walking from LA to New York, and he's doing it in a bear suit. Don't see this every day. That trip brought him through Joplin today. He calls himself Bear Son. He's been in the 4 states for a while now. He was previously spotted in northeastern Oklahoma. Now, he's not just doing this walk for kicks. He's working to raise awareness and donations for a number of organizations, including some that deal with mental health issues.
I never, I set myself off to do it, and whether I had to crawl or however long it took me, I was determined to see it all the way through.
Bear Son's expected to rest for the night in Sarcoxy before continuing on with his journey tomorrow. A lot of following on social media. You can follow along with him on Instagram. His handle is I am Bear Son. Later, Missouri Southern picked up their first win of the season this weekend, and they're looking to repeat that success against Fort Hays. We'll hear how the team feels as they prepare for the homecoming matchup.
Beautiful weather for Bear Son to be walking in, but there are some warmer temperatures coming. We're going to break it all down next. We saw some beautiful weather across the 4 states the last couple of days. We're going to continue to see that beautiful weather. Hang on. Taking a look at the temperatures over the last 10 days, you can see where we've been with our summer-like wave rolling through. 94 Monday, 85 on Wednesday, so a little bit of a dip down and came back up. And then we get to 93, and then the cold front comes through, brings those storms, brings those temperatures way down to much more fall-like conditions. So fall officially started today. But temperature-wise, it kind of started yesterday, and it's still looking beautiful out there. We took a moment to just take in this blue sky across 7th and Rangeline. This is the blue sky you're seeing across the entire 4-state area. Temperatures now down a couple of degrees from 571. North wind at 9, 43 for that dew point, 36% on the humidity. It's dry, it's nice, it's beautiful, it's dry, it's nice, it's beautiful across the 4 states as well. Zooming out a little bit, right now we've got the cooler temperatures, we got that north breeze because here's that northerly flow. You can see where the cold front went through. You can see the temperature difference off to the east. For us though, not too shabby. We all started the day in the upper 40s, lower 50s across the area before we started to warm back up just a little bit. Made it into the lower to mid 70s. Not bad at all. And again, with low humidity, doesn't feel too bad. We're going to be dipping off into the upper 40s across the board. So it's actually going to be a little bit cooler tonight than it was last night. The 40s widespread across the area. 62 by 8, 56 at 10, 54 by midnight. As you saw on those icons, clear skies. As you see on the Skywatch Storm Tracker, clear skies. System brought us all that stuff couple of days ago, now wreaking havoc in the Northeast, dealing with severe thunderstorm warnings and even some tornado warnings out in western Pennsylvania. Again, as I get to say a lot when I'm here, nothing like that down here. Here's the wind shift, though. It says tomorrow morning, you can see the wind shift on those arrows starting to come out of the south and southwest. So by 10:30, we're already at 67 before the temperatures start to warm up a lot more than what they were today. We're going to be, 5, 6, 7 degrees warmer by tomorrow afternoon with that southerly breeze, and that's going to continue as we head into Friday. So we're going to start Friday morning, not too shabby, this time a little bit warmer as well, 56 to start the day before the southerly breeze kicks in. A few clouds out there, any rain staying well off to our north. Look at temperatures by Friday. We're going to be hitting into the lower to mid 80s for most of us, and then staying fairly mild. This is 10:30 Friday night. Now we're only in the upper 60s, lower 70s, so considerably milder as we head into the weekend than where we have been over the last few days, thanks to that cold front. So summer does try to make a return. It's going to be a dry return, though. It's something key to point out. Humidity, dew point levels expected to stay low for now, but we're going to warm back up this weekend, 86 Saturday, 91 by Sunday. You see a storm chance on Tuesday, some isolated off and again showers, thunderstorms by midweek. Otherwise, staying pretty dry, staying pretty nice, not bad. Warmer than where we want to be for fall, but not as hot as it could be for September.
Yeah, especially if the temperature is not any higher than that and the humidity stays low.
Yeah, that's going to make it really nice.
Thanks. Coming up in sports, we're going to hear from the Missouri Southern Lions as they prepare for their homecoming game against Fort Hays State. And a big milestone for Riverton High School junior on the volleyball court. Jacob Leonard has that story and more next.
The Missouri Southern Lions are coming back home this weekend, hosting the Fort Hays State Tigers. The Lions are coming off their first win of the season, beating Central Oklahoma last Saturday, 14-10. Fort Hays State is also 1-2 and coming off their first win over Lincoln. Saturday is Southern's homecoming game, so they're motivated to make it 2 in a row in front of the home crowd. And right now, they're feeling pretty good, fresh off their first MIAA win under head coach Atiba Bradley.
It's so important for them to get the win just so they understand that their hard work is paying off. Because like I was saying, in athletics, sometimes you work hard, things align, and you'll still lose. And that can be demoralizing, that can be tough. And it's the wins that kind of keep you going. It's understanding the why, because you do all those things just to have a chance. Because if you don't work hard, if you don't prepare in the summer, you won't even be close.
Riverton High School junior J.C. Thomason is having a great season and a great career for the Rams on the volleyball court. She recently achieved a big career milestone, reaching 1,000 kills. But Thomason is just getting started. Riverton's J.C. Thomason has a love for volleyball.
Volleyball's my everything in a way. I started playing volleyball when I was in the 7th grade. It was the first time I ever touched volleyball. And it was the first year that Coach Lip and everyone got here, and I fell in love with it immediately.
She was a 7th grader. My middle daughter, Kylie, was her middle school coach, and just watching a kid that you could see was super athletic but knew nothing about the game. And just each year, there's just that level. She takes it to another level.
It's my happy place. It's where I love to be. It's where I love to spend my time, and that's where I just want to put all my time and effort into.
As just a junior, Thomason has already surpassed 1,000 kills in her high school career.
It was a great accomplishment. It's been something that I've been working towards since my freshman year, but I couldn't have done it without my teammates, because without a pass, without a set, you can't ever reach that kind of goal. It was exciting. All my teammates were excited for me, and I'm just glad that I had the support from my teammates and coaches that I did.
She can touch 10 feet, so that's playing at a very high level above the net. If we're getting the passes that we need and the setter can get the ball to her that she needs, it's very difficult for anyone to handle her and to get a good block up on her. She's just extremely athletic, and she has a love for the game, and you put the two together, and that's what makes her special.
In addition to posting big numbers, she's also become a leader for a young Riverton roster.
We don't have a senior on the team this year, so it's been very important for her and our junior setter, Morgan Compton, for the two of them to take on that role.
Well, I love my teammates to death. I'm proud of my teammates for putting all their effort and energy out there, because what I expect out of myself, I expect out of them too. And I just try to hold them to a standard, and they hold me to that standard. And So I just want to push my teammates to be the best they can be, but I also love them on and off the court.
Thomason has helped the Rams win 13 straight and 20 of their first 21 games, but she has her eyes on more in her final 2 seasons at Riverton.
We won sub-state last year, of course, and so our goals for this year are to win sub-state again, and so not only to get to the state tournament, but also to get to the Final Four and to make an appearance with those big schools like Smoky Valley and people like that.
Thomason hopes to continue to play in college when she graduates from Riverton. She already has an offer to play at Pittsburgh State. Thomason and the Rams will be back on the floor next Thursday against Chautauqua. The St. Louis Cardinals have won 10 games in a row, including the first 2 games of a 4-game series against the Milwaukee Brewers. Tonight is Game 3 between the two teams. Cards try to get that winning streak to 11. Miles Michaelis gets the start tonight for St. Louis, with first pitch coming in a few minutes. In the American League, the Royals supposed to wrap up a 4-game series with Cleveland today. That game, though, has been postponed due to weather. They'll make it up next Monday at 1 p.m. That's it for sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran, Vert Dudley Jr. The Joplin native served in the U.S. Army during World War II. And we're proud to salute Vert Dudley Jr. He's tonight's 4-state hero. Of course, you can learn about lots of other heroes from all across this area. We have thousands of them in our database. You can also submit a hero of your own anytime. Just go to our website, click on the link, KOAMnewsnow.com. Jordan Nobby joins us now with a look at what's coming up tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14.
Tonight at 9, we're going to have more on the City of Sarcoxie's new social media policy, disabling comments on social media posts. Also, more and more young girls are joining high school football teams across the nation, and why those plastic toys in those Happy Meals will soon be a thing of the past. That, of course, much more coming your way tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14.
All right, let's check in on today's KOAM News Now Insta Poll. We want to know, how do you think local government should handle hateful public comments on their social media? At this point, the majority say you should just block all the comments. You can participate in the poll at KOAMnewsnow.com/vote or through the KOAM News Now mobile app. Results are updated live. We're going to check in on the final results tonight at 10. After playing their inaugural season on a baseball field, KCNWSL, the professional women's soccer team in Kansas City, has a new home now. That home, a home that should be familiar to soccer fans in the region. KC will play their 2022 home schedule at Children's Mercy Park. The field is home to Sporting Kansas City, the Major League Soccer franchise. Kansas City NWSL, which relocated from Utah for the 2021 season, has played some matches during its inaugural season at Legends Field, where the Kansas City Monarchs independent professional baseball team plays. The club's final 4 regular season home games in October of 2021 will continue to be at Legends Field. Beautiful night to get outside. You want to enjoy it if you can.
Yeah, you certainly do. It's going to be beautiful. It's fall-like on the first day of fall. Temperatures, though, as you can see, the wind is going to shift starting tomorrow, which means temperatures are going to shift. You can see that in the 7-day forecast, warming up by the weekend, for we may see a few scattered rain chances here by midweek next week.
Final sports note.
We get another awesome quarterback matchup on Sunday. Chiefs-Chargers, Justin Herbert against Patrick Mahomes. We're going to hear from Patrick Mahomes on Facing Justin Herbert right here tonight at 10.
Herbert looks like the real deal.
He certainly does. It's still a little early, but he's certainly got a huge arm, and he can move.
Yeah, he's no Patrick Mahomes, of course. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.